Holy crap! Okay, yeah, now I see why they're complaining all the time. Well, we can't throw. I'm like, it's not
There's no clouds in the sky. We're gonna have them in the game. Good for that. Okay, so obviously you guys are from the Citadel. What do you guys think about watching the games, watching your incoming CSI cadets or knobs? How they picked up to it? How did you feel about communicating with them off the field?
It was pretty interesting to watch. I definitely wanted to get out there and play with them, but unfortunately I couldn't. It was definitely fun to watch. It's an interesting game, you know. You need to communicate, obviously. Yeah. It's just weird seeing a sport with 3 teams on the field.
I think that completely ups the teamwork factor and the strategy of the game.
Absolutely.
It's a different level of strategy. I mean, I like how it incorporates all sports, and this ball is pretty awesome.
Yeah, I thought a rugby ball was weird, but I mean this is like someone took a rugby ball and then
It's like a football bat.
it's like I can't even hold it.
it emphasizes team communication because
It's
if
like a love
you're not
child.
talking to your team, it's herding cats really.
It's like the love child of a football and a
You
rugby
got
ball.
one kid running in a circle over there and one kid defending. You don't have any strategy, so it emphasizes team communication a little more than other sports.
It causes them to think, you know, because most sports you're told what to do, but this actually causes you to stop, assess the situation, see where is the best outcome, teamwork, communication, how to be a well-rounded player. So I kind of like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's one of our focuses. That's why we worked really hard to come to the Citadel. We talked to Henry for almost a year now. Finally, we got it moving. So, as far as the application for this sport within the military community, how do you think it
I like
holds
it
to survive?
because it's a strategy game.
It
You know, it's all
definitely
about strategy.
requires you to think on the fly. It
Oh,
really
absolutely.
does, which is absolutely imperative to the military. I mean, you kind of go in with a general game plan, and so I'm being a rugby player. I told my kids the first, you go in with a general game plan when you go into a match, or same thing in the military. You go into an operation or a mission with a certain game plan and contingencies and whatnot, but as soon as you hit the pitch, as soon as you hit the battlefield, things change. Like in the rugby match, I used to like to think of it that the first 10 minutes of an 80-minute match is always chaotic. The mistakes are made the most, and same thing within a military operation. Usually, the first thing to go wrong is in the beginning, and at that point, you have to assess on the situation and pretty much just adjust on the fly. And this game really emphasizes that.
And also with alliances, one team can be your alliance in the beginning, and at the end, you kind of have to drop them a little bit.
Yeah,
You have to
you
do
learn
it
to
better
stab
as a
backs.
team.
From
Sure.
our personal experience, the alliance did not work for us. The first game we played didn't work at all. I told my kids, I said, don't let them score on us, make them score on each other.
Yeah.
So I said, make them work together to try to beat you guys.
Definitely
So-
going unconventional for sure. Because we tried to make an alliance, just we're just going to beat down on this one team, but the other team ended up scoring more because they had a 2-front war to fight.
Yeah.
And so it just shows that, taking the unconventional route works the best, and instead of piling up on one person, it's easier to fight.
I told my kids to trust no one.
Yeah.
And also, with your alliances, you have to make them with your best interest in mind. So, for example, we were aligned with the white team, and they scored twice, but then we also used that to our advantage and scored on them to even out the playing field.
Nice, yeah.
And then we tried to help the orange team score on the white team so we can win, and they can get out the negatives a little bit.
Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. So I was on the other field and I was hearing about that.
Awesome. That's fantastic. Well, final thing. I don't know if you guys have seen the website or anything, but we try to imitate military culture as a niche type of marketing that separates us from other sports. Because if we're going to survive, we have to be different in a certain way. And obviously, we don't mean to offend or to copy. We actually respect and really, honor what you guys have in place as far as a culture, system, and the way you guys do your things. So we imitate military culture, for example, with ranks. So eventually players, when you see contact games, you'll see a rank on one sleeve, and that eventually will dictate how much you get paid in the future levels of the game. So you get promoted or you get relegated for certain actions. At the same time, on the other side of the sleeve, you have specialties. So specialty could be armored, infantry, cavalry, and artillery. And so what that's really about is the body type, the size, the weight, the speed, etc., prior sport skills that you bring to the game, which is important. So with these features, Do you think that would be something not only that the academies would appreciate, and if you don't think they would appreciate it, that's fine, be as honest as you want, but also enlisted soldiers on base, because that's their next step to start talking Fort Benning and Stewart and Georgia, as many of them we can get in South Carolina, North Carolina area.
I think that'd be. I know the Citadel probably. Personally, I think that would sound off great.
Yeah, it would work out really well. You just got to make sure you do it right. So like the ranks need to be appropriate. So I would get complete feedback from them before you roll it out. But because like the rank structure is screwed up and different from like how we're used to it.
Yeah.
I see maybe some problems with that, but I love the idea. It's a great idea.
Especially the specialty type deal.
Yeah, it gives a person a little individuality and also gives people incentive. And a lot of these places are type A personalities, so people want to one-up each other all the time and be better. And so it kind of gives them reason to try that little much more. And having the specialties kind of helps people organize and strategize their teams as well.
Yeah. Thank you guys very much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for coming out. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
so much. Awesome to have you guys.
Yeah, let me
Continue. Had a good time. Thanks so much. Thanks so much, man. Yeah, cheers. Thank you so much.
Well done. Good win.
Thank you.
That one, my bad.
Thank you. You want to play try?
I'd love to get
I
you
want
guys
to
to play for Citadel.
I'll come back. Just having fun.
I'll do it.
We're talking to Henry now. Hopefully, at the end of the day, we can meet someone and try and get the football field for spring and start getting like 12 universities here.
Oh, do alumni too, because I know a lot of Citadel alums.
Yeah, that'd be
The
awesome.
field in the
I'll
back.
come back.
Oh
The
yeah.
soccer field, because that field, the turf field, are big. It's